Hello, YouTube. I'm Yasmin. I'm a host for Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform to practice languages. Here we can practice languages as English, German, French, Spanish, Italian. And this is a moment to have a chat in another language. So, this is not a class. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a student. And that's it about me. I'm Yasmin. I'm 19 years old. I live at São Paulo, capital. At my free time, I like to watch series, to watch movies, to read books, and that's it. Luis, could you present yourself to us, please?
Sure. Hello, guys. My name is Luis. I'm 44 years old. I am a data analyst, and I live in Campo Grande City. And in my spare time, I like to listen music and a lot of different genres about art. And is this?
For share. Natalia, could you present yourself?
Yes, sure. My name is Natalia. I'm 24 years old. I am a researcher and branding strategist. I live in São Paulo. I live with my mom. I don't married. I'm single. I study public relations and that's it.
Thank you, Natalia. And Iago, what about you?
Hello again, everyone. My name is Iago. I'm 29. I live in Apuiarés, a small town in Ceará. I live here with my husband and 7 cats. Usually they are around here, but no one is here right now. I work as an instructional designer and I love to read in my free time. I like to go to the gym. I like embroidering, and I think that's it.
Thank you, Iago. To begin, I would make a different question that I'm thinking right now, but I didn't think in this when I prepared the questions. But I know a military program is obligatory here in Brazil for men. So even if you don't do it, you have to go there and have a I don't know how is that, but it's like someone say you, oh, okay, you couldn't, or we don't want you in this army. So even if you don't make part, you go there to take some things to see if you will must do it. So, Iago, do you have to participate in army when you was more young or no?
No, I think that this doesn't happen for anyone who lives in a small town, actually. I think that if you want to serve properly, you need to go to like the capital, I think. But in small cities, you just go there and they just give you the document with the I don't know how to say, but it's dispensa obrigatória.
Yeah, I
Some
forgot. Is dispensed. I search here. I forgot about the word. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe it was good because I don't know if it's so serious like other armies, maybe. I don't know. I saw some videos about the army in Brazil, and I don't know if have this serious thing, is that Luis, and about you, have you sometime must to go to the army or you was dismissed too?
Yes, but was dismissed. But in my city, we have a huge command of army here. Here is we have the influence of military very strong here. My grandfather, yeah, my grandfather was military. My uncles, and it was very funny because when I got there, I went there. I had green hair and tattoos, these things, and I was dismissed, but I went there to. Well, I was. I don't believe in this kind of things, you know. And
Yeah,
I just. I eu só peguei e fui embora, assim, fui dispensado e fui embora. Assim, nem que saber.
yeah, got it. I don't know. I think it's very difficult to them accept someone there because it's some people so specific, you know. It's very small the part of Brazilians that made part of army, I think. Natalia, about you, I know the army isn't mandatory for women, but do you have any participation in some time of your life in the army or no?
No, I'm not. But when I am a little student, was 14 or 13 years old. People come to my high school and talk about goals and good things about military program, college, financial cash, good things about military life.
Yeah, very interesting. I think these events that military or policies, people in that fields that is more for security is very important to, even if you don't go by this way, you will know about the importance of that to our society. So I think these events where they go to our schools is very important. I have one moment at my school, but was with policies. So they go there and they went to there and says a little about the police department, the things that they do, make like some chat about drugs to incentive us to not use it. So what was my moment with someone for security of the country, I think. So keep going with the second question. Natalia, what do you think is the main purpose of military programs in any country?
In Brazil, it's not common boys like a military program, but I see some movies in the USA or UK or China, Asia in general. Boys like so much military program. It's proud of these persons. So in Brazil, it's not so important, but I think it's a good for people in other places. I don't know. I don't have learnings about this topic.
Me too. I just know a little, but I don't know. I think the army isn't so strong here in Brazil because Brazil is a country that is more pacific when we talk about wars. Brazil just participate with the obligation, knocks the door, you know. But the other countries, like you say, USA, UK, Asia, they is the main focus when we have wars. So I think for them, the military program is very important. Iago, and about you, what do you think is the main purpose of military programs in any country?
I have no idea, but I think that it's about probably teaching discipline, maybe. Because we always see in these movies, and that was something that I just noticed that it's about military training, these boot camps that are a lot of teenage movies, about these things. But I just realized that that these things, even if it's not military related, but it has this um, background. When I started reading this book that it's called uh, I I forgot totally, but it's something do Lenço Vermelho. It's a book written by two Soviet authors, I think, and it's about two boys that they are meeting in this military program, and it's basically a boot camp. And then I just realized, oh, so every boot camp it's military based, even if you have a lot of different activities. But I think that the main point is teaching discipline, I think. So you can follow the routine, do the activities, do the training and whatever activity you have for that day.
Yeah, the militaries, they are very disciplined, and I think it's very important to have these boot camps with them because it's like they must to live in that because there are some actions between the militaries that, for example, if you made something wrong, all people will suffer a discipline behavior as you. So, for example, if you have to do some physical exercises because you made something wrong, all your group will have to do the same. So you I learned to know how to be disciplined because if you don't, all people will suffer the consequences together with you. So they are really authoritative in this way, but it's really good to help the people that don't have discipline in their life, I think. Luis, and about you, what do you think is the main purpose of military programs in any country?
I think that it depends from country to country, and you have a different examples through the world. Uh, in the recent days, we have the example of United States. That is a bad example. In some countries, we have military in a main goal only to defend yourself, like North Korea, and another countries like India and Pakistan that are nuclear countries. And I think that's different because sometimes involves economy, like the China and the bad example in Russia with the second arm in the world. And I think that depends uh, from country to country. Each country has different purposes about the military role in society, something like that.
Yeah, I think depends to the position of the country in our culture. I think USA have to have a strong militaries because they use it a lot. They are like China to South Korea because it's next to North Korea, so it's like they must to have it. But the other countries that aren't so involved in the situations, I think for them it's more soft, like here in Brazil, because here in Brazil it's very difficult to find someone that is a soldier, I think. So keep going with Luis. You said about the military between countries like India, Asia, USA. How do military programs influence a country's global power and influence?
Personally, I think that we saw in recent years a very sad example coming that came from Russia. Russia invaded Ukraine and it shows for our world in 2022 that weapons, unfortunately, are so important than diplomacy. You know, the world after terrible wars and after internal wars like fight for equality, fight for voice in people, fight for technology for everyone. Russia came, invade Ukraine, and shows to the world that the importance of weapon. Unfortunately, I think that this kind of position and influence change all the world, and we are seeing now. We are eyewitness a new. I think personally, I think my personal way that we are seeing the start of a new army running, something like that. Unfortunately, and I think this is the main role of military programs in the world nowadays. Not only the weapons, but like this influence, like Twitter, fake news, mind fight, this kind of things.
Because I don't know, this war between Russia and Ukraine shows to us like every country could be invaded by a stronger. It's so sad because Ukraine isn't a country so prepared to it as Russia is, and they just are starting a war with that, and this war is keeping until nowadays, and it's very sad. I don't know. And there are another kind of wars that is starting, like you said, not just with the weapons, but with the uh, intelligence between the countries. So a race to know how what country will have a bigger artificial intelligence, a big investment and innovation on technology. What country will know more about the enemy? So it's like a war in all of the meanings, I think. Yeah, go. And for you, how do military programs influence a country's global power and influence?
I think that it can influence a lot because I think that this happened, I don't know, for a long time. We can think about Rome, for example, a long time ago, or we can think about it how USA now says that we'll take control of Gaza, with the military. And and with the colonization during the years, for example, there are still countries in Africa that 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 you have like UK military there. You have USA military on the Middle East, I think, Iran, Iraq, these countries. So I really don't know because in my head nothing of this makes sense. Um, mm, mm, doesn't make sense because I don't know, but we know why. Money, capitalism, and control of territories is a big thing for these countries. The oil, and I don't know. It's like a way to show who I don't know, who can make it better, but in all the wrong ways that are possible.
Yeah, who's the boss?
Yeah, I was thinking another thing, but you said just right. Yes, but basically this. So for me, that's sad. I don't know. But I didn't answer the question, but my answer is this.
Got it. I don't know. The power is is a silence, because it's like, okay, we don't have oil in our territory, so we will import militaries to there and they will accept us because they are really good people, but you know about the truth. It's like a silent power. You know it, you see it, but you can do nothing about it, I think.
And it's not that silent. I think that we may see as a silent because we don't see every time the conflicts that are happening in these countries, because they are like too far from here. It's not our reality, but conflicts are happening all the time in these countries, and that's really sad because people are losing their homes. People are trying to leave their countries basically to live, not because they are like planning a better life in another country, but they need to live because of their lives.
Yeah, even Ukraine war is something that we don't talk nowadays. Imagine I forgot, but this area that we have, uh, USA, I forgot the word, but let me see here. The Arabic countries, I think, but I totally forgot. But is that the Midwest, I think? But we don't know even we don't talk even about the Ukraine war. Imagine that some small countries that are living that for hundred of years because it's something that starts a lot of time ago and still occurs. So it's really sad to think about it, to think like for example, in some countries, I cannot have my own liberty to show myself because the militarism will kill me. So, like you say, they go to another countries to just live, to have their freedom, I think. Natalia, and about you? How do military programs influence a country's global power and influence? I think you're
I am in
muted.
mute, sorry. I'm agree with Iago. Iago, it's perfect in your collocation. It's punctuation, all the points, but a question less about he told about us. It's a big game of war, like a board game war. You and your friends or your family play war and always fight. Always everyone fight with this game. Nobody is happy because when you finish the game, someone put off the game, arrest the game in the table, and scream. It's words in life in game. It's so bad and nobody's happy. In other countries, it's so weird and wrong for me and maybe for you. Uh, People proud with your son die because he's die fighting for a country. It's no sense in Brazilian culture, but in the USA, it's so proud. Oh, my brother die fighting for this country. It's so common. These words in US.
Yeah, it's like die for a good reason.
Good reason for who? Not whose family, not whose loving, not whose girlfriend or wife. For white men sit in a big chair and don't fighting for anything. Just
Yeah, it's like just
sit
send
in
the
a
people
chair.
there, people die,
Yeah,
and that's
people,
it.
people there, fighting to me. I don't like this president. I don't like this piece of territory. In case China or UK in war, last war, or Ukraine, many wars now. has 3 wars in same time, maybe.
Yeah, it's like this mindset is very, I don't know, very strange for Brazilian culture, but for others it's so common. I remember I think it was in the Second War, that had kamikazes that were Japanese that just go there to die. So it's like I think they carry bombs in their body, so they know they was there to die, and they prefer to die comparing to lost a war. So sometimes soldiers that wasn't kamikazes go there and kill themselves because for them it's more easy to know they are die than are losing a war. So I don't know, it's completely crazy. I think someone will kill himself because he's lost in a fight in the middle of a war. Something so different for our culture, I think. Let me see here. Iago, could you choose any question for us, please?
Okay, let me see. I think the number 5, it's a good one. How does the military contribute to scientific and technological advancements? Mm, I think that in Brazil, for example, we have like ITA, that you have like all engineering courses, and I think that it might be a lot of things that are really different from engineering courses that you have in other universities. So I think that a lot of research can be developed there with, I don't know what, maybe different materials, developing different materials for, I don't know, for the Navy, for dresses. I have no idea, but I think that a lot can happen on these institutes, you know.
Yeah, the acknowledgement is a power. So if you give the researches, people will achieve some acknowledgement and make something that will help the military. So it'll be good for them.
And I think that in some ways they might have some more money to develop new things than, I don't know, a federal university has for developing research, you know, for then it might be easier. I don't know. I don't know anyone who is in ITA who went to ITA.
To ask for the Yeah, I gotcha. Natalia, and about you? How does the military contribute to scientific and technological advancements?
Military, it's so good for scientific and learning about the planet, for example. Past, we had a Cold War, like for a run to man in moon man. No, no. Man stay in moon. So all the studies, all the people, all the academics person fighting to I win to you, I win to I do bomb atomic bomb, for example. So work hard and studies and learnings for war, for kill the people. So study resources, cash. I think Brazil don't, it don't war place, for example, like US or UK or China, Japan. but don't have many investments in academic area because we don't need the big arms or big studies about bombs. So don't have many investments because that's it. So it's complicated. For investments, you need money, you need white mans, white straight mans, governments, uh, put money in studies, but don't have it.
Yeah, the Cold War was really important uh
To the
to the
advanced,
technology. Yeah.
advanced. Oh, here's a big example. Do you like American Captain? You know American Captain?
Yeah.
He's he was created to valor valorable the wars. For example,
Mm.
the government, the powermans put money in a little study, a little person in this time for create many heroes for values the heroes, the American heroes.
Yeah, I think it was because of that the enemy for the first movie is a red skull. So it's like representing communism, I think.
Yes, yes. So in the only place the American heroes not so famous, it's in Asia continent.
Mm. And there was a lot of technological advancements in computers, in communication, in spy, because they used spies to watch people a lot. So
Yeah.
was so fast advancements, I think so. Was that the war? I think the war make this really quick to take advantages in the enemy. So guys, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think that your image is just frozen for a while.
Was just for me or Zoom is crazy?
No, well, you're back. I think it was just for
Ah,
you.
okay. Okay. So I think the Luis is the next. So how does the military contribute to scientific and technological advancements?
Well, I think only communications, like I said before, and about little things in technology, like the concept of internet, email, these things. But I think these things will happen with or without the militaries. I have my doubts about this. And then in Brazil, I really don't know what they do or don't.
Yeah, there aren't too much work to say about. I don't know. I honestly don't know anyone. So I think we have time to one more. I will skip to number six. I think it's a good one. Luis, should countries spend more on education and healthcare than on the military? Why or why not?
Yes, because for me it's very unreal think after two world wars, people think yet about war for oil or territory, these kind of things. And for me, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and the idea of a global society was very real, very possible, you know. And the the diplomacy. the good relationships between the countries was strong, but now you see this new new conserv new conservadorism, the new patriotism, nationalism is very sad because all this kind of things goes to military and military wars and because in the end of the day, just the regular people goes to war, you know. Just the normal people goes to war and nobody wins, you know. So this is what I think.
Yeah, the big bosses don't go to there, and the normal people even got healthy or education, a quality healthier education. So it is hard. Iago, and about you, should countries spend more on education and healthcare than on the military? Why or why not?
Yes, I totally agree with Luis. I don't think that in my head wars don't make sense, even they happen for a reason, and the reason is always capitalism, basically. And some nations overpowering other people to control, and that's a lot related to fascism either. So yeah, I think that countries should um, spend more in education and healthcare. Imagine, for example, if United States had a has a could have a health care system that worked for people and it's for free. They put a lot of money in military, but healthcare for people, it doesn't exist. And education either, because in reality, they they have really good public schools, but if it's on a poor region, the school is really bad. Public schools are just good if it's in a good neighborhood, something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, if some countries put the middle of the money that they spend on military in education and healthcare services, the country will be totally different, I think. For example, in USA, the healthcare services are really expensive. It's like some Brazilian people of there prefer to come to Brazil to make surgeries, medical treatments, and come back to USA. Do not make these services there because it's really expensive. It's like you cannot deal with that. You like you think, oh my God, I cannot get sick, because if you get sick there, you'll be in a difficult situation to pay it. It's very expensive. Natalia, and about you, should countries spend more on education and healthcare than on military?
Oh, military schools has in Brazil, in case it has a good education, but it's a problematic topic because it's good, yes. But why the government not invest in our public study, our system study in country? Why the government and senators, all the power men and women don't take the money and distribute for all the country, all the public study, for it's good for everyone and not so little groups. It's complicated, but it's good. It's very, very good. Military programs has pay money for families, it's good. It's very good. The students living in the school, back to home in December and July, like vacations, school vacations, regular school vacations. But it's a problematic topic. Has a better study that other people in country.
Yeah, it is not fair because some schools have a big investment on that, and at the same time, some others have a bad care of the government part, I think. It's very sad. So guys, unfortunately, our time is almost ending. I want to share to you a survey. If you can share your opinion in that, is totally anonymous. So you can say about me, about this topic, about I don't know, what do you like to talk about? If you want to share some idea for a next topic, I'm always seeing it too. And I want to say, if you have some time next week, the next topic will be, should social media be banned for teenagers? So I think it's a good topic to talk about how teenagers is acting nowadays about social media between them too. So if you have some time next week, the same hour, I will be here. And I want to thank you all to come to this immersion and say sorry about what happens at the beginning. I don't know what's happened with Zoom, but it's okay. I'm very glad that we can have this moment. I really like about this conversation, was really good. I don't know so much about military or military programs, but I learned a lot and practice a lot too. So thank you all for coming and have a nice weekend, guys.
Thank you, Yasmin.